Tonight, only on 12 News, we're hearing from the family of a Queen Creek mother who deputies say was killed in a DUI crash over the weekend. It's a tragedy they say could have been prevented. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. In an exclusive interview tonight, that family says they're trying hard to find it in their hearts to somehow forgive the suspect because that's what she would have wanted.
Tonight, 12 News journalist Chase Golightly has the story from Schneff and Combs Road in Queen Creek.
It's an intersection the family uses every single day. They live just right down the road. But on that Sunday morning, the 43-year-old mother was on her way into work when she was hit.
She just loved being a mother and being a wife and just being there.
Rachel Mumba Mungale was the pillar of strength to her husband and 4 kids. Her youngest, just 10 years old.
A loving person. Being in the presence of Rachel, there were no dull moments.
Her cousin Kaluba Kapapula says Rachel was well known and respected in the Zambian community here in the East Valley.
A cheerful person, very involved in our church. Very involved in our community.
Loved by many, especially Zamu Sakala Mubukuno, her best friend.
He was a light, a bringer of joy to me and my family.
But now all they have are the memories they shared together.
It kind of feels like it's still a dream, that I'll just hear her laughter or hear her walk through the door.
It was early Sunday morning when they say Rachel had just left her home for work and entered the intersection at Combs and Schneff Road when the Pinal County Sheriff's Office says she was hit by a suspected drunk driver, identified as 24-year-old Cindy Chacon. The crash sent both to the hospital. Rachel later died from her injuries.
It was very devastating.
Those close to her still can't believe their loved one is gone.
It's still sinking in. It's one of those things you think she's just gone somewhere and she'll be coming back. Mom will be coming back.
Despite the unimaginable heartbreak, Rachel's family and friends say the only way she would want them to move forward is with forgiveness.
She was a forgiving soul. I truly do believe that the first thing she would have wanted us to do is to forgive.
It's not our place to judge. Just pray that the legal process will take its course.
The suspected driver in this crash is currently facing charges related to DUI and manslaughter. The family for Rachel has also set up a GoFundMe for funeral expenses. You can find a link to that on our website. We're in Queen Creek. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you. We are following some developing news in New River tonight, where the death of an elderly man is being investigated as suspicious. Maricopa County deputies say that they were called to the area of Circle Mountain Road and 16th Street last night, where they found the body of 76-year-old William Skoneman. Officials say that based on their initial investigation, they believe that there may have been foul play involved in his death. Detectives are now waiting for the results of an autopsy to confirm how he died.
Now to Paradise Valley, where a former town employee is accused of fraud, theft, and misuse of taxpayer dollars. Brent Skoglund is the town's former public works director. He retired in 2023 after working for the town for more than 20 years. But 6 months after he retired, Paradise Valley police began investigating him. In recent weeks, police executed search warrants at Skoglund's home, seizing more than 100 items. Police say he misappropriated around $10,000 of public funds.
Fire crews are starting to make some progress on containing a wildfire that's burning in Cochise County. The Stronghold Fire started about 16 miles south of Cochise. The Department of Forestry and Fire Management says that the fire has burned about 2,100 acres, which is less than previously reported due to more accurate mapping. Officials say that the fire is now 22% contained. Homes west of Cochise Stronghold and south of Ironwood Road remain on a go evacuation status, while several other nearby areas are under a set status. It's still unclear how the fire started. Now to Mesa, where a man is accused of lighting a Tesla Cybertruck on fire. In Mesa yesterday morning, that man making his first court appearance in federal court today. The U.S. Attorney's Office wasting no time placing felony charges on 35-year-old Ian Moses. 12 News was the only TV station inside the courtroom where 12 News journalist Sean Rice tells us what happened.
Dressed in an orange jail jumpsuit and donning sunglasses over his eyes, Ian Moses learned the charge he faces, one count of lighting a vehicle on fire in an act that affects the flow of interstate commerce. The ATF says Moses caused this explosion at a Tesla service center near Southern and Sossman in East Mesa early Monday morning. A 10-page criminal complaint accuses Moses of placing fire starter logs on the back of a Cybertruck and pouring a liquid from a red gasoline can onto the truck and the back wall of the service center. They allege he used some sort of starter device to light the logs on fire, causing that massive explosion. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi applauded the charging of Moses in federal court. She said, quote, "If you engage in domestic terrorism, this Department of Justice will find you, follow the facts, and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law." Bondi issuing a similar warning after an attack on a Tesla dealership in Colorado last month.
I've made it clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars.
Inside the courtroom were these three members of Moses' family. They declined to speak on his behalf, so a motive for the arson remains unclear. Moses will be back in court on Friday, where a judge will decide if he will stay in custody until a potential trial. Sean Rice, 12 News.
Sean, thanks. Phoenix police say a student at Lavine Elementary brought a loaded handgun to school today. Another student told a teacher about the gun inside the student's backpack, and the school's resource officer was able to find the student and the gun. School officials say that the student didn't threaten anyone, adding there was no lockdown since the officer was able to quickly detain the student, who was taken to the Juvenile Correction Center.
The trial for the man accused of murdering Lauren Heike in 2023 is being delayed. Her body was found on a North Phoenix hiking trail 2 years ago today. 24-year-old Zion Teasley has been charged with her murder. His trial is now expected to start in January of 2027.
The Maricopa County Attorney's Office will not charge a Glendale police officer who shot and killed an innocent bystander during an investigation. The incident happened in January at Horizon Park when police were looking for a man who'd been accused of threatening his girlfriend with a gun. Officers mistakenly thought they had found the suspect and ordered him to raise his hands. When the man reached for his waistband, he was shot. Officials later confirmed the man was unarmed and not the suspect they were looking for. After reviewing the case, authorities concluded there just wasn't enough evidence to convict the officer, so he will not be charged.
New at 10, the Phoenix Police Department is honoring their officers killed in the line of duty. 46 names spoken aloud in an effort to never forget their ultimate sacrifice. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in downtown Phoenix tonight with how each year, year after year, the department continues to recognize their fallen.
46 names forever etched in stone.
My father, Officer Robert L. Palmentier, serial number 3549, end of watch, May 4th, 1984.
Each one a dedicated member of the Phoenix Police Department who died in the line of duty.
My father was a motor officer and had been killed by a gentleman who had been drinking that night.
Recently retired Assistant Chief Charmaine Osborne followed in her father's footsteps, remembering his ultimate sacrifice every step of the way.
He loved his job and he loved serving the city and the citizens of Phoenix. And I think there's a little bit of peace, even though he lost his life, but I knew that he died doing a job he absolutely loved.
This year's ceremony was especially somber as a new name is added to the memorial outside City Hall.
Officer Zane Tristan Coolidge, serial number 10914, end of watch, September 6, 2024.
Officer Zane Coolidge was shot and killed in the line of duty while responding to a car break-in nearly 8 months ago. He leaves behind a loving family, including his wife and daughter.
He was the kind of officer you wanted by your side, steadfast, courageous, and deeply committed to the community that he served.
Acting Chief Dennis Orender says this annual ceremony is the department's way of standing by the families who lost their loved ones.
To the officers that we've lost, including Officer Zane Coolidge, you are missed, you are loved, and you will never be forgotten.
So every year, the Phoenix Police Department will continue to say all 46 names.
Officer Hayes Birch, end of watch, February 5th, 1925.
with the intention of keeping their memory alive forever.
It is our way of keeping our promise to never forget.
In Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you.